my mind links to another space, and inside that space sits the missing shelf. I try reaching out, and the shelf reappears in its original spot. Only now does the system chime in. Awaken Milo. Awakened ability. Dimensional vault. Capable of isolating space and time. Store and retrieve with a single thought. Current capacity. I practice on a bag of snack sticks, storing it, retrieving it, storing it, retrieving it. Slowly I sink into deep thought. Gold can only solve the debt crisis. Crystal cores are the real path forward. The dimensional shift still has 9 hours of cooldown. I need to stockpile as many crystal cores as I can before I leave. 1 pack of noodles was enough to lure in Nightingale. What if I multiply that scent 10 times, 20 times? So I pull out a massive pot, dump in a full 20 packs of noodles, and crank the vent fan to maximum. This is my doomsday feast. 3 blocks away inside an abandoned building, a young man huddles in a corner. A scarred man wipes down his rifle barrel. A man with glasses speaks with worry. Tiger, Ricky's wounds are getting worse. If we don't find medicine soon, he might. The scarred man they call Tiger nods. Every scrap of food in this district was picked clean long ago. Medicine is a pipe dream. But right then, a scent drifts in. Tiger, someone out there is cooking noodles. Shut up. Logic tells him this is definitely a trap. In the wasteland, anyone brazen enough to cook out in the open is either insane or a hunter with absolute power. But his starving body roars back. Find it and eat it. Specs panics too. Tiger, we are running out of time. If we are late, there won't even be broth left. Tiger knows better than anyone that if this keeps up, all 3 of them will starve. A fierce glint flashes in his eyes. Move. They weave through the streets and spot a small shop. A massive electric pot sits right at the entrance, filled with noodles and sausages. I lean against the doorframe, completely at ease. Trap. Definitely a trap. All 3 swallow hard, but do not dare take a single step forward. Just then, Tiger spots a man hiding behind an abandoned vehicle across the way. The man notices Tiger too, and quickly signals him to keep quiet. Tiger calms down and quickly spots more hidden figures. A shadow lurks in the second-floor window to the left. Metal glints from the trash pile in the alley to the right. At least 4 separate groups have been drawn here by the scent, just like them. From inside the shop, I obviously know people have gathered all around. Hey everyone, been watching long enough? Aren't you hungry? My voice is not loud, but it reaches every hidden ear. No one responds. I fish a sausage out of the pot and pop it in my mouth. I am running a business here. Peace makes profit. I have got noodles, water, and sausages. Plenty for everyone. The man behind the abandoned vehicle finally speaks up. What is the price? Gold or crystal cores? Everyone freezes for a second. Crystal cores make sense. That is the ultimate hard currency. But gold? In the wasteland, gold is worth less than a sheet of steel. Then a roar erupts from behind the trash pile. He is messing with us. This punk never planned to trade. Let's take him out. Everything in that pot, we split it. The moment those words hit the air, the atmosphere turns even more tense. Everyone's mind races. I keep eating without even looking up. You can try, but let me be clear. Anyone who attacks loses their right to trade. You will just have to stand there and watch everyone else eat. The man behind the trash cannot take it anymore. Screw this, I don't buy it. He whips out a shotgun. 2 more men crawl out behind him, one with a machete, the other with a steel pipe. Everyone else watches and waits, waiting for the first fool to test me. The man pulls the trigger without hesitation, but the buckshot about 8 feet from the shop slams into an invisible wall. The entire time I do not even twitch an eyebrow. I just fish out another sausage and pop it in my mouth. The entire square falls into an eerie silence. His 2 companions with the machete and the pipe stand frozen. Right then, the man behind the vehicle seems to understand something. Since physical attacks are useless, what about a psychic one? An invisible wave of energy gathers in his palm. An invisible bolt of psychic force shoots toward me. This is his ability, Psychic Pierce. But when the psychic blast hits the shop, it does not even cause a ripple. Now everyone sees it clearly. Inside this shop, I am untouchable. Tiger's back is already drenched in cold sweat. He is beyond grateful he did not act on impulse. I finally finish the noodles in my mouth and turn my gaze toward the man behind the trash pile. I already said, anyone who attacks loses the right to trade. Does anyone else want to try? Silence falls like death. The tension is so thick it is about to drive everyone insane. When the rhythmic click of high heels approaches from the distance, everyone turns toward the sound. It is Nightingale. Tiger recognizes her. Or rather, in these ruins, any survivor who has lived long enough has heard the name Nightingale, a top-tier awakened who wields flame. Why is she here? You sure know how to make a scene. There are always those who don't listen. I suggest all of you drop whatever ideas you are having. Forget your junk weapons. Even I cannot scratch this shop. Dead silence blankets the square again. Tiger takes a deep breath and slowly steps out of hiding, hands open to show he means no harm. Other hidden figures start emerging too. Nightingale ignores everyone else. She pulls a few items from her belt. 3 gleaming gold bars, each one 100 grams. I want cookies, canned food and water. Everything that is easy to carry and store. For a top-tier hunter like Nightingale, ready-to-eat industrial rations are the smarter choice. I like doing business with smart people. I quickly pull out compressed biscuits, canned luncheon meat, and bottled water. A smooth trade done in full view of everyone. Nightingale takes the food, turns, and vanishes into the darkness. Every pair of eyes snaps back to me. This time there's no hostility, no testing, only the purest hunger. Now it is your turn. Everyone clear on the rules? Gold or crystal cores for food, except for them, of course. The man from the trash pile cannot hold out any longer. He scrambles over to me on his hands and knees. Boss, I was wrong. I was so wrong. Please, just one bite. Just a sip of broth. His two companions drop to their knees behind him, begging. The survivors around them feel no sympathy, only relief that they held back. I already said anyone who attacks loses the right to trade. I stop paying them any attention and scan the crowd. Who else wants to trade? Tiger pulls out a crystal core and holds it up to me. With a single thought, the core floats into my hand. I say nothing and turn to grab 3 large bowls, packing them full of noodles and sausages. Tiger lifts that bowl and feels warmth he has not felt in ages. All 3 of them bury their faces in the bowls and inhale the food. With someone finally breaking the ice, the rest cannot hold back any longer. Boss, I want to trade. Me too. I have got a crystal core. Even the man who launched the psychic attack earlier steps up to me. He silently pulls out 2 crystal cores, not daring to meet my eyes. I accept them without expression and give him a bowl just the same. Once the floodgate of trade opens, there is no closing it. Some bring gold jewelry, others bring crystal cores of all sizes. Soon my counter is piled high with over a dozen cores and the massive pot of noodles is running low. But right then, the 3 men from before completely lose it. If I cannot eat, then none of you will either. He lunges at a scrawny survivor. Noodles and broth spill everywhere. The other survivors who are eating all stop. Every eye turns on the rule-breaking maniac with cold fury. I stop serving and watch the spectacle. Then suddenly a flash of fire shoots out. He does not even have time to scream. His entire body turns to a handful of ash. His 2 companions follow him in the same breath. In under 3 seconds, all 3 vanish from the face of the earth. Nightingale steps slowly out of the darkness. I hate people who break the rules. I grab a can of cola from the cooler and toss it to Nightingale. I say nothing and go back to stirring the noodles. Trade continues in perfect harmony. Tiger's group has already finished eating, not a single drop of broth left. More and more people pour in from every corner of the ruins. The shop's shelves empty at a shocking pace. No one complains about the prices. No one causes trouble. Eventually I sell out every last item in the shop. Nightingale tosses her empty cola can aside and walks up to me. You made a fortune. When are you coming back? No idea. Nightingale gives me one long look, then turns and vanishes into the darkness. After everyone leaves, the square falls completely silent. With a single thought, I open the dimensional vault. Inside sits over 100 kilograms of gold and a full 33 crystal cores. Absorbing crystal cores will bring extreme pain, but I do not hesitate for a second. I swallow every single one. This time it is not just intense pain. It is a pressure beyond imagination, like my body is about to burst. If I were not inside the shop, this energy would rip me apart in an instant. Through the peak of agony, I absorb the very last trace of energy. When I open my eyes again, I see a bug on the ceiling. Its wings beat in what seems like slow motion. I hear the low growl of the zombies outside, smell every trace of blood and damp earth in the air. My senses have been enhanced to an unbelievable degree. I reach toward the shelf beside me and clench my fist in the air. With a faint tremor, the shelf slowly rises off the ground. This is not the dimensional vault. This is telekinesis. I immediately pull up the system holoscreen. Awakened Milo. Ability 1, dimensional vault. Current capacity 1000 cubic meters. Ability 2, telekinesis. Can manipulate objects within 50 kilograms from a distance. I actually unlock the second ability. For the remaining time, I wait calmly for the countdown to end. As that twisting sensation hits again, I return to the real world. The stench of rust and rot is gone, replaced by the fresh scent of earth and grass. Dimensional shift complete. Current world, Earth. Next shift available in 12 hours. It is still dark outside. I climb back onto my folding cot and sleep for a few hours. At 9 in the morning, I walk into an antique shop at the trade market. Sir, do you buy gold? The owner asks, what purity? Where did you get it? I say nothing and set 2 gold bars on the counter. The heavy thud makes the owner sit bolt upright. He inspects them for a solid 10 minutes before looking up. Top quality. My best offer, 580,000, 700,000. Kid, that is too high. I have got risk on my end and expenses to cover. 700,000. The owner goes silent for a full 30 seconds. Then my account receives a transfer of 700,000. Walking out of the market, I immediately dial the debt collector. Hello, who is this? Milo. Oh, so you finally call. What, you actually scraped together the money? That is right. Abandoned cement factory number 3, west side of town, 3 in the afternoon. Bring the cash. Come along. 3 in the afternoon. The cement factory. Bruno stands with 7 or 8 thugs behind him. Seeing me show up alone, he spits out his cigarette butt. Where is the money? Where is the note? Bruno grins. Prices have been going up lately. The boys need to eat too. He holds up 5 fingers. 500,000. I will burn the note right in front of you. I hate people who break the rules. I was going to pay you the full 350,000, but now